anything that you're seeing, what would get you into a trade at this point?
Yeah, I mean, I closed the 5 minute range on gold, immediately started to pull down, but I just want to give it a little bit longer before I try to start to plan anything out. I think if nothing's here, I don't have to take the trade. I've got, three more hours is the way I look at it.
Absolutely.
It only takes one, right? So yeah, just keeping my eyes peeled.
Absolutely. And just a reminder, right? These guys are both trading in XFAs. So these accounts, right, outside of the Thunderdome, these are accounts that they can take profits from, right? So we don't want to force any trades, right? If there's no setup there, especially during this time where sometimes it can be lower volatility. Right now, we're seeing some pretty decent movement. But these guys are going to want to be taking payouts from these. Did you guys set separate accounts just for the Thunderdome?
I did.
Okay.
Named
Kind of,
the
yeah.
Thunderdome.
I should probably do that. That's a good idea. Yeah, we can call this the Thunderdome one at some point.
We got a poll up in the chat. So I saw some questions earlier about how do you vote. So voting closed yesterday because we didn't want anyone to be a bandwagon front runner fan, right? You see how somebody does after a day or two, and then you submit your votes from there. So voting is done already, but you can still vote in the chat right now. Who do you think will have the higher P&L at the end of the Thunderdome? Right now, we got a 58% saying Alfie and a 42% saying Chad. Remember, Chad does have the lead right now after yesterday, up about 190 bucks on the close of the session yesterday, and currently in a trade looking pretty good here, Chad. Looking pretty good. Nasdaq
Looking good as
tagged
long
at
as it doesn't become a
23,200s.
tail. Yeah.
Go ahead, Chad.
So looking good as long as it doesn't become a tail, and that's it's going to be a short from there. But I think it is right now. It's looking good.
Yeah, looking pretty good. Are you an all in, all out kind of trader, or do you manage positions? Do you scale in and out?
I scale in and out. Typically, I mean, I would love to follow the Thomas best loser wins philosophy, but it is difficult to do. Adding to your winners. Like this would be nice if this was going to become a trend day all the way up, and I just kept adding. But I don't know. With the action this morning, I could see it reversing around anywhere. So
Yeah.
tough.
Yeah, I think I had a level that I was looking at in the Nasdaq right around 206, kind of where we just tagged. There was a decent seller that came in there on the way down. They step out of the way, might cover and have a pretty nice move to the upside, but we'll see what happens here. Alfie, if you jump into anything, let us know. I do love the patience.
My fingers are hovering, Jay, but I haven't quite bought myself to do it just yet.
I hear you. Got to be a good setup, right? It has to be a good setup.
Yeah.
Chad does have a little bit of a lead on you, so you want to make sure you're taking A plus, maybe B setups. But yeah, it's still a long week. It's a long week. Like I said, I'm counting the series. It's a best out of 5, and it's 1-0 right now. But anything can happen.
Don't go on trail, Alfie.
You neither.
Nice.
It happens to me on the other side as well sometimes.
That's very true.
Yep, we did have Chad closing yesterday plus 150, Alfie down 40, so $190 difference so far. Did you guys trade after the Thunderdome? I know you came in kind of looking at this as, hey, we're in a competition. How did that work afterwards? Did you need a break from it, or did you go back to trading other accounts? How'd that work?
I traded a bit more, and then I traded. Most of my trading is more in the later afternoon. Locked up a nice profit on one of my other XFAs.
Oh, look at that!
I was
Nice day.
Yeah, it's a nice day for that. Took a payout on another XFA. Overall did pretty well, but all of these have been evening sessions. Ooh, looks like we're going right here.
We Lissy
I love
Linden
the
in the
intro
chat
as well.
says
It's a
that's it.
Thunderdome. I just saw that in the corner. Sorry.
Say that one more time, Alfie.
Sorry, I just saw that little intro between Chad and I in the corner with the lightning strike.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the production team has been really stepping it up. That is a nice graphic that we have there for the Thunderdome. And shout out to you two guys being the first two to kind of step in here, challenge each other in this. And again, we're challenging the markets at the end of the day. Uh, it's cool to count the points. Uh, and it's cool to see the chat get involved as well. Lissy Linden, I'm assuming, voted for Alfie because she said, "That's it, Chad. Get overconfident." So geese in the chat for Lissy, Alfie, you got a fan there. Uh, no pressure to you guys as always. Yeah, take the trades that make sense to you. Chad, I gotta ask, where'd you get that shirt?
I don't know. You know what? I sometimes have too much wine and I start shopping, and then you end up like on some list and then you get more lists, especially when it comes to like Hawaiian shirts and stuff.
Yeah.
I think I moved to Hawaii because I ended up buying too many Hawaiian shirts and I just thought, maybe that's my place.
I mean, if you don't mind me asking, where'd you live before that? It's like, well, these shirts don't fit this environment.
Denver. So this,
Denver. Okay.
yeah, they
That
don't
that
always
shirt
fit
might
in
work
as
in
well in
Denver.
Denver.
That shirt could work in Denver. Alfie, you look locked in over there. What are we saying?
I'm getting kind of the opposite of what I had yesterday. So I was taking probably one too many trades yesterday. I think I've taken
Okay.
one too few. I do like the short on gold. It might still pay here, to be honest, but I can't quite bring myself to press the trigger just yet.
Got you.
The volume is quite dried quite up, so I'm not as confident in the move down. And I'm looking at something here as well. Sorry, looking at there's a sell tail. You probably can't see that, but there's like
Okay.
a TPO sell tail that was showing
Huh.
in the last period that was swept directly on the open of the 5 o'clock for me candle. Now
Okay.
sometimes with gold that can be like an inclination to go in, but it can also just, I don't know, it gives me the heebie-jeebies a little bit sometimes because I've entered on that and the tail's already been swept on the TPO level and it's a sign for continuation. So that's where
Got you.
my hesitation's coming from today.
Okay. Okay. Good stuff. That tilt is getting paid now. It looks like in the equities. Now 70% long in the S&P, 68% long in the Nasdaq, 73% long in crude oil. I haven't taken a look at crude oil today. I don't know really what these traders are looking at in crude oil. But hey, they are long from 65.48, so they're in the money. And sometimes they see it way better than we do. Anytime I look at crude, I'm trying to figure out what the hell is going on, and I don't really have a great answer most of the time. But 74% long in crude oil there. Uh, Chat, let us know if you guys are in any positions. Thank you, Andre, in the chat says 3-year auction at the top of the hour that has the potential to give us some volatility as well. So just keep an
Probably
eye
going to
on.
be going flat if we're not seeing this candle close. Like, I don't know, it's kind of facing some resistance up here that I think could create the top of a range. We'll see.
Yeah, seeing some rejection there at that 200 level again. Let me pull up a depth of market here and see if we got any orders. We did see some huge orders. I don't know how many of it traded out, but up at the highs earlier today, we saw some liquidity coming into the books in the S&P, especially. I think it was a 1,600 lot at one point, 1,000 lot. One of the 1,000 lots, I believe, did get filled, but there was a ton of size trading on the books, and looks like they knew something. They were offering, and the market's trading percent lower at this point. So
Yeah, it gets a
maybe a
little
little
heavier up in the 23,200, but nothing too crazy.
right. Yeah, it's pretty thin. Pretty thin right now. Not seeing a whole bunch. We have VWAP from the New York session up at 23,250. So maybe if we can clear these 200s, that could be a decent target there. 1 second. Pull up some notes here. Chad, I think you had like a $3,000 P&L from one of your other XFAs. Did you just get short the equities?
Yep, I was just usually I will try to leave something on as a runner, and I had some on last night with one running, and woke up to a nice little surprise there. I like that. That was good.
Yeah, $3,000 surprise is pretty nice. You don't find that in your couch cushions.
um, I've got. Do you ever have those things where you like wake up in the middle of the night, check your trades, and then suddenly you're up for the next 4 hours?
Right.
I was lucky that didn't happen, like, because if I had, I probably would have gotten out too soon.
Yeah.
It
Yep.
was it was it
Sometimes it's
was
better to just to stay asleep.
Yeah. And that's why those $150 they count, right? Because like this account, we've now got 4 days green, and just locking in those 150s are nice. And because if you get a runner day, I mean that's only 7 trades, not bad.
Dakota says you can find $3,000 in a couch cushion. It depends on whose couch it is. Uh, good point there. Good point. Alfie, still no trades yet, right? Just making sure.
Yeah, still nothing just yet.
Okay.
Again, gold slowed down quite a bit, and Nasdaq. I can feel my retail brain wanting to press the short button, but I want to
Yeah.
see something to actually be able to do that. Because
Sure.
I had the bottom earlier before I jumped on. I think I longed at like 23,140 on a separate account, and then it swept me out a little bit. I think I managed to take a couple $100 out, but I didn't keep hold of the long. And
Okay.
typically when I do that, that's a potential like tilt indicator for myself, because I want to fade innately the direction that I couldn't hold on to.
Mm,
So I'm just trying
I get
to,
that.
again, just trying to
Calm
take a
that
step
down.
back a little bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, no, it's a great point that you made there. I wanted to ask too on this gold trade, right? That you were initially looking for a short. It's playing out pretty well. But what you just said, right? If I can't hold on to a trade, I want to usually fade that. One of the thoughts I like to have is, what was your target on this gold short if you were to take it? And if there's still room left in the move, is there a pullback that's worth taking at this point?
There's definitely a pullback worth taking. It's just whether I'm also kind of calculating whether in the hourly period it will hit, and I
Yeah,
could get kind of a dirty rejection at the 6 o'clock point, and then
got
6:01
you.
I'm in the green again. So I'm just trying to
Right,
balance that, but no tail, no sell for me at the minute on gold, because I can't see that probe above
got you.
the TPOs at the minute. But yeah, it's frustrating. It's just one of those things that I've felt the burn of fading against to know kind of not to do it, especially on live TV if
Oh
I'm
yeah,
not feeling it.
I hear you. And no pressure. It's just us here. It's just three guys
Yeah.
looking at the markets. Nobody's watching. Chad, I see you
I
reversed
I
there.
went flat and went short on this just because of its until I see it breaking above on that tail. I don't know. I could see this ranging to the downside. We'll see.
Got you. All right. So Chad is now short from 3 micros again, 23, 193.75, locked in about $120 on that long there. Gabe, let's bring in Gabe real quick, take a little break, give these guys some time to review these markets, see if they want to get into a trade. What do we got, Gabe?
What's up, guys? All right, we're taking a trip back to 1926, August 5th. For on this day, in his last public stunt, American magician Harry Houdini stayed in an underwater, airtight coffin for about 90 minutes, beating his rival magician Rahman Bey's time of about 1 hour. Houdini became famous in the early 20th century for his daring escape acts, including escaping from handcuffs, locked boxes, jail cells, straitjackets, and even being submerged underwater while restrained. His performances were often dramatic and dangerous, earning him international fame. That is your trip back on this date, August 5th, 1926. Back to you guys in the Thunderdome.
Awesome. Thank you for that, Gabe. We got another poll in the chat. Who do you think will take more trades in the Thunderdome? Chad, the leader right now, has 2 trades so far. 72%, Alfie with 28%, but there is still time. We got 40 minutes. 40 minutes is a lot of time to put on some trades. Question is whether they'll be good ones. And Alfie, I like you. You're kind of playing like the counter puncher role right now, right? Where you took a jab, now you're trying to assess, gauge your distance a little bit and see where to strike. And at the end of the day, we're collecting uh, the cumulative P&L at the end of the week, right? So it's not about how many punches you throw; it's about how effective those punches are. So, uh, good
Friday could
patience.
be interesting.
Friday could be interesting. Yeah, we'll see,
Yeah.
right? How who if someone has $1,000 lead, do we just start throwing haymakers on Friday to try to catch up, or do we preserve those XFAs that you guys are in because you did do the work to get into those accounts? Could definitely be interesting.
Could we have a little
I'm not
petition
liking them
chat to
clearing
shift
this.
it to 8 to 9 p.m.?
Say that again,
Definitely
Alfie.
looks
Power hour,
like
sorry.
clearing this level.
I was just gonna say, sorry to interrupt you both. We should shift the last one if it's interesting to power hour on Friday. then it could get really explosive.
Do a reversal challenge Thunderdome. That could get interesting.
Yeah, maybe not for this one, right? But just an idea for the blood sports.
That could get interesting. All right. Chad short right now from 193, 3 micros. Took some profits on that long initially. Now we're seeing a little bit of buying above this 200 area. Let's see, if buyers are really convinced. They've rejected here a couple of times already.
It looks like it's clearing it. We'll see. I have one order to add because I want to see if it's going to hold this range, and if it's not, I'm out. We'll see.
Okay. Not bad. Tilt still 71% long. They're holding on to them. Average price pretty much right here, 23,205 in the Nasdaq. Gold tilt paired off a bit. It's about 50 right now, 52% long. Average price 34.35. Chat, what about you guys? You in any trades? Let us know. I saw some people saying they were long in the S&P a little bit earlier from 63.19. That's a great trade. 16 points in the profit right now. Overnight VWAP in the S&P 63.43. So if you are long, not financial advice, but that might be a target. I heard an order filled. Alfie, I think that's you. What do we get?
First one of the day, yeah. I'm -5 short from 23,201. So dangerous game. Because I just said I don't really want to do that, but I saw some volume coming in and maybe want to roll the dice.
All right.
Just for a couple ticks. Let's see.
You got two traders in trades here. Alfie in a little bit better price on this short right now. Chad was the first to enter that short down at 193. We got Alfie short for 5 micros from 201. Interesting strategy here. Christopher wants some trash talking between you guys. He said we should rename this segment the Mild Mannered Melee. Chad was talking a little bit in the green room yesterday. He said we were looking for Alfie, just making sure we get him connected. He's just like maybe he got scared and didn't show up, but
I can't guarantee I'll win, but I can guarantee I'll show up, Chad, mate.
Yeah, it's a gentleman's
wait for
game.
my coffee to kick in.
there we go. All right, Chad, you got tagged into that ad. And Alfie, did you get out there?
No, I just added. I'm 8 micros short now. Yeah, let's party.
All right. Now we're trading it up. I see what you guys are looking at, right? This could be high of that range, right? And it's a range trade. You trade the range until it breaks. Now, if it breaks, then you reassess from there. But the market has not shown that it can trade above this level for a little while. So see what you guys are looking at. Let's see how much time we got. Vinny Swinney in long in the Nasdaq from 23,145. Nice trade. Nice trade. Chat, if you're watching this and you want to be a contestant in the Thunderdome, we're going to figure out how to get maybe a casting call out there, get some more contestants into this segment, and, see what you guys can do. I think for the traders who are in the chat and they're just like, oh, I'm fading these clowns and all that other stuff, it should be mandatory. Mandatory attendance in the Thunderdome for a week if you say anything about fading anyone on the stream. I'm going to try to figure that out.
Here we go.
Just got a little bout of selling there, didn't we?
Back below. There we go. Looks like you had a good ad.
Here. Good.
Just want to see if there's any news. No, nothing yet. I'm going to take off through. Just took off my ad, plus 65.
Nice trade.
Thank you.
Nice trade.
Oh, closed by accident. Plus 220, but that was accidental. I meant to close one, but we'll take it.
Hey, plus 220. That puts you at plus 180 for the Thunderdome over the 2 days. So nice recovery there, Alfie. Nice trade. Nice conviction on that trade too. Adding into it. So you said news. I'm not seeing any news yet. I do have financial news up on the side. So if something comes out, I'll let you guys know.
Yeah. I just was thinking because I saw quite a big bout of volume, but again, it's kind of on this screen here. It's kind of looking at the bark of a tree within a forest when you're on these 30-second candles.
Yeah,
Just because like you see 1.1k contracts flood in, and you like minus 230 delta, you think blimey, but the reality is that's just 1% of probably 1% of what's being traded in that given day.
nice. George VWAP George says he's in. Give him a week or two to get his shit together, and he's gonna be in the Thunderdome. I like that, George. We got another contestant. Chad, you're still short here. 193s was your average. Did you get the ad up there?
Sure. I didn't. That order never hit. I drives me effing crazy when that gets one tick away. It's like, what, really?
Yeah.
So don't really want to add and chase it. Just gonna leave it here. If it goes up and gets it, great. But I am gonna let it ride out. So I'm not gonna. I'm gonna let it go to the low of the day. I'm not gonna close it very early.
Good stuff. And just a reminder to the chat and to the traders for this Thunderdome segment, because we are tracking the P&Ls, trades need to be closed at the end of the segment. We'll try to push it as much as we can to the end of that hour, just so you guys can hold on to your trades. But do you guys feel that's a constraint for your trading? Because we're basically time stopping your trade here, right? I don't know if you guys trade that way, or do you normally let trades just play out? What are your hold times like? I'll go to you, Chad, first. How do you feel with working in this hour that you have?
That's no problem. Most of my trades are usually scalps in and out pretty quickly anyway.
Okay,
If anything, I'm like letting it ride out more.
got you, got you, got you. What about you, Alfie? Uh, does this fit your
Yeah, I
trading
mean,
style?
you know what? I quite like it as an idea. It's not how I trade normally, no.
Okay,
But yeah, I think you can definitely. I was trying to chop up some statistics on this window, which is why I was looking at that opening 10 minutes. So it's been really great, if not just for that, right? Just to think of an hour in the day where you say 5 till 6 for me, or 6 till 7 in the morning for Chad. I'm
right.
going to trade today, and that's it. So it's been quite a useful exercise in and of itself.
Interesting. Interesting. You see what the average movement is during this hour, and then you can plan your trades around
Yeah,
that. And of course, day to day that could change, but if we understand how averages work, more often than not, it's going to be the same. So I like that. Good approach. Not just jumping in randomly. You're looking at some stats for this hour to see how you could trade. It's a smart trader right there.
thank you.
A smart trader for sure. See here, Chad still short 3 micros, 193.75. We did see the tilt pair back a little bit. It was 71% long in the Nasdaq, currently 59% long, 41% short. Shorts average price 23,211. I think we do have a news break coming up as well in a couple minutes here. Uh, Alfie, you went with the Nasdaq on this trade. Uh, is that where we're going to keep your focus? Do you see any other markets maybe presenting any other opportunities? How many markets do you normally watch in a day?
I'd say like futures, to answer your last question first, four,
Cool.
including Bitcoin futures. So Bitcoin, gold, ES, NQ, trying to stack YM on that as well. And then other markets, like I've got my eyes in a few other kind of small caps, for example. But yeah, they're the main ones I'm looking at, and mainly trading MNQ, to be honest with you, just because that's where the liquidity is most
Got
of
you.
the time, to be able to get in and out quite quickly.
Nice.
And sorry, was there another question?
There was. I don't remember it, but that's okay. Uh, I I got more where that came from. Don't worry about it. We
Oh,
just
me
made the
too, mate.
announcement
Me
about
too.
the new dashboard, right? We just made the announcement about the new dashboard. Alfie, you're not in the states. I know a lot of our international traders have been waiting for that new dashboard. You're not on it yet, are you?
I actually have been on it for quite a while, thankfully.
Okay.
So I was one of the lucky ones that got invited to the beta testing. So I had the
Very
opportunity
nice.
to see it from I think March, April time, yeah, as well. So yeah, it's
Okay.
been really great. Super useful and easy to use, and it's really nice for payouts because it's just out of your head, out of sight, out of mind. You take $1,000 out, and it's just gone straight away.
And you can keep going. Yep, keep going from there. And
Exactly.
Chad, for you, I saw you have multiple XFAs. How many times have you passed an account and activated that XFA within a half an hour of passing that account?
How often have I activated it within?
Yeah,
Like,
so with
I mean, I
the
don't
new
know.
dashboard, right? As the real new
Yeah,
dashboard,
oh,
real-time trade
absolutely.
tracking.
Well, like a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah, all the time.
yeah.
Um, one thing I have run into for payouts is I've noticed that even if you have your 5 days locked in, if you, ooh,
Seeing some
must
volatility
be,
here now in the markets. What was
yeah,
that?
I might
What
get
Closes
was
with a
out
that?
half an
here
hour
if
candle, I believe.
Oh, that was that auction. That auction we were talking about.
Oh, really?
Uh, nope, that was not that auction. What was that? That auction's not for another half an hour. I got financial juice up. I will be taking a look to see what we got. But some
I think it
volatility
was just
just
the
spiked.
close of the 30-minute candle. It was literally on the dot, wasn't it? It was on, yeah, it was like maybe 30 minutes and 30 seconds. That's when like 500 contracts to the upside or something came in.
Hmm.
not like that it almost tagged my stop.
Okay, here we go. I got it.
Oh,
Financial
no.
juice. Russia is said to weigh a Ukraine air truce offer to Trump on the war.
Oh, wow.
There we go. That's from Financial Juice about a minute ago, and that could get it done. We did see a spike in crude also. Crude sold off about 50 ticks, back up to 65.50. It looks like that may have been it. All right, Chad. I know you were in a trade. How's it looking right now?
Not looking great. Could hit my stop if it spikes again. I'm looking for, I also have some orders down there in case we just get some sort of quick movement to the downside. I'm not gonna, I don't want to move my stop, but I might get out flat if we get back to break even here. We'll see.
Okay.
But I was saying on the payouts, if you lock your account, I've noticed that it like, I guess, changes the like eligibility. You need to wait for
Okay.
it to be open. So if anyone has a problem with showing uh, it as an eligible payout, make sure and like
Okay.
and check the next day where it's not because I log
Your
myself
account's
out a
locked.
lot, like
Yeah.
just because I don't want to get tested to go back in, and I think that's affecting. I don't know that it's a bug necessarily, but you know, keep that in mind.
Feature. Alfie, I heard an ordered filled there. What do we do?
I am back in short from 212. So it's kind of what I'm wanting to see, like a little pop up on the 30-minute candle to feel like the top side of the wick and then a rejection. But I'm only going to risk up until probably 234, just because that was a big level that was been breaking down from earlier last week. And yeah, I might add if we see some momentum for a new low of day.
Awesome, thanks. We are getting crude selling on that headline. And again, the headline was Russia is said to weigh a Ukraine air truce offer to Trump on the war. We know the president was putting some pressure on Russia to come up with a truce. Decreased the deadline that he gave from 60 days to 10 days. So we've got to be pretty close to that 10 days right now. And we're seeing some response from Russia. And we know that anytime we hear headlines that have to do with war, anything in the Middle East, we see volatility pick up in crude oil. Crude oil currently trading 65.37. Low of the day in crude is 65.10s. Currently still a 65% long tilt. We'll see how long that lasts or if this volatility is just short lived here. Another order filled. We got Alfie short from 212s. Chad, you're short from one. Actually, you got a better
23,
price now, 202.
202.
I'm one
202.
micro now from 213 as well, Jay. So I just cut one on that little pop down, which I'll
Okay.
look to re-add if we, look above 224 and fail again.
Guys are trading it up now. Trading it up now. I lost the count on the trades, but I think Chad's at 3. Alfie, you're probably at 3 as well if we count the scale in
So
and out.
it
I
says
think.
6, yeah. So three,
Oh,
three, yeah.
Okay. Good stuff.
I mean, just because yeah, you're right, in and out, right? So
And we just got an earthquake in New York as well. There's a lot, a lot going on in this segment. What is going on?
really?
Welcome to the Thunderdome. Yeah, we just had one over the weekend. Actually, it was more so in Jersey, but I think I've heard more earthquakes in the Northeast in this area in the last 5 years than I have all my life. And Dre, you're right. Crude oil is not done selling here. 65.20s now in crude. Uh, we were just trading about 30 ticks up from that low of the day, getting ready to make new lows here. 65.10. Let's see, did gold respond to this at all? Not so much. I think that we got the quick volatility, but that crude move does look a little bit sustained now. We are seeing some selling continue to come in here in crude oil. That tilt paired back was 65%. Now it is a 50 on the tilt in crude. I'm hearing some more order fills. What's going on, Alfie?
How did you know it was me? No, I mean, I got out and got back in. I got out kind of on a whim and then got back in on that same whim. So now
Okay.
we're short two from 204, profit two plus 240. So only risking, you know, I don't really want to be closing with less than a 150 day because, like, why not, right? There's only 25 minutes to go.
D
I'm
in the chat.
adding.
A whole 65 tick move in crude oil here. Heard somebody say they're adding. Chad, you're adding to this trade?
Yeah, I was adding the just looking to see if this momentum can continue down.
We have
Currently 9 micros.
Chad short 9 micros. What's your average price there, Chad?
23,200.
Okay. 23,200 short 9. Alfie is short 2 micros from 23,203. Alfie currently has a P&L of realized $243, unrealized right now a couple of bucks, about $10 here. Trading it up, guys. I like it. You guys are making the most that you can out of this range. I think the Nasdaq was probably the right market to choose outside of this crude move that we see here.
Yeah, we're not getting a lot of movement, but I think
Chad, what's your current P&L? Alfie's realized 243. What are you at?
117 realized.
117. Awesome. And we are going to track it at the end of every session. Again, these traders do have to be flat at the end of the hour. We'll track the cumulative P&L for the week. And whoever wins, you voted for them in the chat, you are going to get a free reset credited to your account. And we can do that with the new dashboard. New lows in crude here, 65.04. Getting ready to trade under that 65 level here in crude. It was a quiet market until it's not, right? Once we start to see some of these headlines and things like that come out in crude oil, it can really get moving. I got to watch myself because D's going to be like, get moving. We moved 70 ticks. But crude has been a decent trade over the past couple of days. I haven't placed a trade in crude. I just do not have a great read on it, but it is moving right now.
Struggling to break these 200s, aren't we?
We are.
Yeah, it's just hanging there.
I'd be a lot more confident if we just zapped right through the 190s to jump in a little bit heavier on this short, but until I see it, I just can't. I kept getting my arse bitten by preempting stuff today, so
I think you
I
should
see
do
some.
it.
I know you do.
Here we go. Getting a little bit of selling here. Nasdaq trading 23,190s now. See if we get some follow through on these trades for you guys. Again, we want
following his
Here we go.
direction.
Yeah. Order filled. Alfie maybe took one off there.
Yes, yeah, I just took one off because I was anticipating that bounce from just a sweep below this little volume profile. You can see we've got kind of two shelves here. The first shelf is kind of where we're bouncing from right now, but this gap is, I suppose, where the key opportunity is, right between 185, 190, and 160 for like that free fall and that flush that we will love.
Andre says we're trading it up. I mean, you guys are making the most right now out of a 50-point range in the Nasdaq, which is pretty awesome to see, right? A lot of times we talk to traders and it's like, oh, how can I trade and hold on to a trade all day? This environment right now is not producing that, but you're up about 200, almost $300 in this pretty tight range, which is exactly why you guys got invited to this segment, because you can figure out a way to make something out of these markets, which is pretty awesome.
Here we go.
There we go. Some continuation here. Chad's shirt is smiling for him, but he's in profits right now in that trade.
¿Quiere
He's
morirse
stone
allá?
faced, but the shirt's smiling.
¿Ah? ¿Quiere morirse
That's
allá
why I
en el
have a shirt.
hospital?
So when I get
Yeah,
too serious,
¿Mm?
you know,
absolutely.
No, esto no
Chad,
es
so you
I
you
bueno.
built into 9 there. You're in 9 right now. Do you
Eso ya
manage
no es
this at all,
bueno.
or is
I'm
this
in
now?
you know, no, I've already
No es
closed out
bueno.
6 of those on the drop.
Okay, got you. Got you. Nasdaq trading 23,173. We're seeing some selling coming into these markets right now.
Ok, 12,000.
Crude
Luego,
oil
¿qué?
did tag
No,
that we didn't hit
no.
65. 65.03 lows in crude. S&P trading 63.31, and gold initially saw some selling on that news, kind of flat right now. Speaking of the news, right? Do you guys, especially on the time frames that you trade, how much attention do you pay to the news? Does it kind of reset the playing field when you hear a headline come out, or is it just noise? I understand that it's there, but I'm going to trade
Try
my
to
setups.
avoid it.
Try to avoid
Yeah.
it. Good stuff.
I wouldn't
Depends on the
mind being
news,
long
but
here if it blew through this and went to the next buy order I have. This is where I sometimes trade well in a range where I could be short or long. Like if it blew through this last order, that would close my position, and then
Okay.
and then the order down there hit, I'd be happy to be long.
Pretty good one we got today. And we said this, right? A lot of times this segment is looked at as a slow time. It's picking up a little bit here. Really nice trading by these guys in this range. Both of you coming out green so far, right? Still got 18 minutes to go. Chad right now up $296. Alfie 278. Alfie just got into a trade again. Love hearing that order filled. Alfie, let me know exactly what you're doing. What are we in now?
I'm in 5 micros long, looking for a tiny scalp here. So just out now,
Okay.
plus 320, that little bounce. So again, this can be one of the areas that I can sometimes do badly on, but like I know with decent certainty that 159, 158 level is going to give me 4 or 5 points. So why not take them, right?
Okay. Very nice. Chad, you just got flat there as well?
No, I'm still in on this. I should have gotten flat. I'm just a few ticks off from that low.
Okay.
158. I moved. I don't know if we're gonna get how big this bounce is gonna be, so I don't want to add the ones I just got out of back, but
Got you. All right, so Alfie now flat plus 320. So far, Chad would be in the lead if he closed position here, but he's going to trade his trade and let it play out. Chad right now realized 296. Remember, Chad was coming into the day with a little bit of a lead after yesterday's trading, up about 190 from yesterday. I want to see both of these guys win, and at the end of the day, who has we'll play a bigger bank takes big bank, right? How about that? Instead of big bank takes little bank, we'll do bigger bank takes big bank, and both of you guys make some money this week, and the chat can get
get a
their free reset
Thunderdome
for voting.
anthem, some music to sort
We
of
need a Thunderdome. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, there's one song I can think about, but we might get a copyright strike on the stream. So if we have any producers in the chat that want to put a song together for us for the Thunderdome, I have a soundboard. We'll figure it out. And what I'm gonna do is every time you guys place a trade, we're just gonna have a thunder strike. What
I'd
song
love
would you
to be
pick,
out where
Chad?
this order's at. I don't know, maybe some AC/DC, something from
Yeah,
some
yeah.
not exactly Jimmy Buffett music for us here.
Definitely
That's
not.
for the boat.
Thunderstruck. We got some Tina Turner. Chat
Yeah,
wants
Tina
to.
Turner Thunderstruck would be great.
Yeah. MCT says Coach J needs a new job. He's a terrible trader. Sorry, MCT. Check my Instagram. I posted a trade that I made today, up about 200 points in the Nasdaq. But I appreciate your comments. More importantly, I appreciate your view. Make sure you tell your friends and family to hit thumbs up and subscribe as well. Thanks for being here.
All right, that hit. So
And
now I'm just waiting on this long.
I'm in long from 23,153. I'm gonna add and scale in this last 15 minutes if as long as we stay above 120s. Also, Jay, I always think of that Tony S saying, "Never met a hater doing better," right?
hey, man, sometimes you just got to call it out. It is what it is. Have I shown the best trading on Top Step TV? I'll be honest, I haven't. I could be better. But to say I'm a terrible trader, I just don't think that's true. But hey, everyone is entitled to their opinion. All right, so we got Alfie Long right. Nope, this is Chad Long right
Long
now.
as well.
Chad locking in $527. Great stuff. And now flipping, taking the trade the other way. Alfie, you're long as well.
I am indeed, yeah. So long from 152. Thinking of adding as well.
Good stuff. Just spicing up the chat there a little bit. Chat, we appreciate you. I appreciate you guys. But we're here to focus on these two, trading it up in the Thunderdome right now. Alfie up 318, currently long in the micro Nasdaq. Micro Nasdaq trading 23,140.
Just added as well, yeah. So average is 146.
Seeing some selling coming in here now. Nasdaq trading 23,140. Let's see what the tilt looks like. It was long. So remember, we were 71% long when we started this segment. We were talking about that MP trade where he sees the tilt get heavy. We're 54% short. Average price 23,193. 23,193. Position check, Chad. What are we in right now?
We are long 6 micros.
Long 6 micros and Alfie.
Also long 6 micros, 23,146 average price.
Got you.